All right. Excuse me. Good morning. This is Scott from Paradise Craps. All right. So I renamed this one only because I watched Waylon's recovery video for the Dixieland that he put out. Thank you, Waylon. And he basically just moved to an inside, right? Inside bets. And then he was doing it for two rolls. So two things. One is I don't subscribe to the idea that after you see a 7, you're going to see a 9 or a 5. You know, you're going to throw more 9s and 5s after you see it, after you roll a 7. I don't subscribe to that. I subscribe to the fact that the 5s and 9s have a higher probability of rolling on any single roll over the 4 and 10. Absolutely, no question. But the idea that numbers clump together or whatever, you know, with any kind of predictability, I do not subscribe to that. Which is fine. I mean, he's saying that based on his experience, and I certainly do not question his experience. But that is not something that I subscribe to. And then the other one is holding it for two rolls and down when you're in recovery. Again, 7 can come up anytime. So I think one hit for both is reasonable, right? So whether the 7 comes up after that first or second roll or after the third or fourth or fifth, you know, it's the probability of it coming up is always going to be the same 16%. So 16.7, whatever. But so I think I want to do something different. I want to do what Waylon's doing because I like it. I like the reduced risk of one hit. So I like one hit on both the inside, which is I think a good way to play it, and also one hit on the recovery, and then down, but not down. One hit and off. And I think that I want to do what you see on a lot of roulette strategies, which is hold it until you are at session high. Not in profit, but at session high. So I want to change that. So I will hold that level, whatever level that ends up being, until I'm at or above my session high or close to session high, right? Somewhere in that. So that's why this is going to be different. And he may have rolled one out that's exactly like this. I haven't watched his videos, honestly, so I just didn't want to call this something that he's done because people are like, well, I don't see his video name this anyway. So anyway, I just named it something different. I want to roll it out and see what it looks like, and then just see how it feels. Basically, try it on for size. That's what I do, and I share it with the rest of you. If you don't want to watch, it's very easy. Doop back and go to somewhere else. All right, so again, I'm going to stay with the $1,500. So Torture You, who I really appreciate him stopping by occasionally, who's got 10 years of experience, dice experience on the table as a box and as a supervisor. He was saying, you know, he said this strategy is one of the hardest strategies for them to beat, this type of strategy, which I found a little odd. So I guess in their minds, their job is to beat the players. So I want to ask him about that next time he pops in. But you know, he was saying 50 times whatever you're betting is what your bankroll should be. Now I wonder, so if you were betting and leaving it up all the time, okay. But if you're only leaving it up for one hit and down, is that still applicable, I wonder? I don't know. Again, that'll be something I have to ask him if he ever pops in again. Anyway, again, good morning on a very rainy, drizzly Thursday morning here in Central Florida. Yesterday was an absolutely fabulous Chamber of Commerce day at Disney. Wow, what a beautiful day that was. That was wonderful. Went over early in the morning before the crowds, went up to Animal Kingdom Lodge. So we parked at the Disney Springs. Took the bus over to Animal Kingdom Lodge, the Jambo House. Oh man, it decorated so beautifully. And walked around there, went to look, see if we could see any animals, just the pelicans out back, no other. They were like white pelicans as opposed to the brown ones we normally see around here on the water, but just pelicans. No other African type animals roaming around. And then we hopped the bus to Hollywood Studios, and we grabbed the what do they call it? The Skyliner. The Skyliner, which is like the old, what did they call them at Disneyland before they took them down? You know, like a gondola, right? Small gondola. Anyway, these are pretty big. Anyway, so we took the Skyliner over to Epcot. Then we walked the boardwalk and walked down to the Swan and Dolphin. Went into the Swan, and again, beautiful displays. And then we caught the bus there back to downtown Disney, or Disney Springs. Anyway, wonderful day, beautiful weather, absolutely gorgeous. Had a great time. All right, so again, I'm going to try to kind of play this the way we've been playing, but I want to try and see whether the one hit, if this one hit system and pushing my bets by 1 unit on a loss and holding it until I'm at session high. So it's going to be more difficult for me, or more challenging for me, to maintain what my session high is. That's going to be difficult on a physical table. Then it'd be much easier on a electronic table for sure. All right, so what are we doing? We're coming out. So we're going to play kind of the same way. 7. We're off with the puck. And we got a 3. And we got an 8. All right, so we're on the 8. Again, we're going to have $96 in action, so we're going to do, but I'm going to move now. So Wayland, I'm going to use Wayland's recovery idea, but I'm just going to do it all the time, right? I'm going to go on the 5 and 9 for a quarter. And then I'm going to do $24 on the 6 and 8. Can't believe I'm frickin' playing light side strategies here. But, you know, again, from a probabilistic standpoint, I got 16 ways to win, right? 16, 18. I got 10 there, 10 there, and 8 there. I got 18 ways to win hitting one of these versus 6 ways to lose with the 7. So at this stage, on the light side, I'm a 3-1 favorite, right? All right, so now we're looking for one hit and off, right? So we got a 3. And right now we're down $96 from our starting bankroll. And we got a 10. That would have been a nice hit, doing the Dixieland. And we got a 5. All right. So 25 is going to pay us 30, right? 25 is going to pay us 30. So we'll take that and we'll turn everything off. Ask the dealers to turn us off on all of our bets. I don't need to mark them all. I'm just going to say they're all off. All right, here we go. Now we're looking for a 7. 7s rule the roost. And we got a 9. And we got a 10. And again, I'm only looking for $100. And there's our 7 out, so we got a new shooter. All right. New shooter coming out. And we got an 8. So at that point, we'd ask the dealers to turn our bets back on. We're looking for one hit. 9. That's a hit. 639. All right. So 25 is going to pay us 30. So we're up $60 right now. And we'll ask the dealers to turn us off. And we got a 6. And we got an 8. Point hit. And we got a 7, come out 7. All right, so we are back in action now. And we got a 6, so we'll ask the dealers to turn us back on. Same shooter, but we saw a 7, so we're good. Here we go. One hit. 8, 6, 2, 8. That's a hit. All right, so that 24 is going to pay us 28. We'll do 30 for 2. All right, so we're up, what, 88 bucks right now. And we'll ask the dealers to turn us off. And there's another 8. And there's another 8. And there's a boxcars. So the hardest thing for me is going to be to keep track of my session high. I'm not sure how difficult that's going to be. It's going to be more difficult than just tracking the bankroll, starting bankroll, but it's all right. They're paying me to do it is the way I look at it. 617, 617. All right. So now we will come out for a new point. Same shooter, new point. And we got a 10, point of 10. All right, so we're on the 10. We'll ask the dealers to turn us back on. And here we go. One hit. 5. That's a session right there, 415. So that's going to pay us 30 bucks. 25, 30 bucks. And that's my 100 bucks, so I'm done. Hey, BAM, good morning. All right, so that was 88 plus 30. So that's $118 on that session. Good morning, Brad. How you doing today? So I'm trying something different here. I'm kind of taking what Waylon's been doing, and I'm adding in an element that we see in roulette strategies quite a bit, which is holding our, and I think Man's Life Roulette, he does this on a lot of his strategies, right? So he just keeps pressing up on the losses and then holds it until he's at a new session high. Not bankroll wise, but session high, profit wise. And then he regresses all the way back down to the base. So I'm thinking I'm going to try something like that. Yeah, that was a fast one. No, I mean, when it works smooth, like you said, when it works smooth, it's gravy, right? It's like butter. But when it goes to shit and you got a bunch of PSOs or very, very short rolls, that's when it gets challenging, right? I mean, and that's the whole thing. We can't look at these easy ones because, yeah, that was an easy 100 bucks, got it. But could have just as easily gone the other way, right? We know that. So that's really where you test the mettle of a strategy, is when you get those really short rolls and PSOs. Yeah, one hit after the point, and the same thing with the recovery. One hit on the recovery, right? So the recovery is going to go up 1 unit, but one hit. And I'm not doing, so I watched Waylon. Waylon just sent out another video on the Dixieland for a different way of doing a recovery. And he was talking about using the 5 and 9 instead of the 4 and 10. Because in his experience, the 5 and 9 hit more often after a 7. And I don't subscribe to that. I don't, that's not something that I'm going to go with. But the 5 and 9, just from a probabilistic standpoint, will hit more often. You should see more of these than you do these. So to me, let's just go inside. Let's just call it what it is. We'll just call it an inside strategy, light side strategy. We got 8 ways to win here. We got 10 ways to win here. So we got 18 ways covered, versus 6 ways to lose. So we're a 3-to-1 favorite for hitting one of these, over the 7 in one hit. So we're really, it's one hit, but it's multiple rolls, right? So we don't know how many rolls. And that was the other thing that Waylon said was on the recovery, and only on the recovery, limit your rolls to 1 or 2. And I'm like, I don't subscribe to that. If 7 can come out at any point, right? So I think the one hit within a certain number of rolls, right? I mean, if even with this, if there was like a 7 on the come out or a 7 out, and then they had an 11, and an 11, and a 12, and a 3, and, you know, if it was a really long roll in not without even establishing a point, I would just say, I'm just going to leave everything off, right? I'll leave everything off. I'll wait till the next shooter or the next 7 on this shooter. So that's kind of what I'm thinking on that. But yeah, one hit wonder. I like it. One hit really reduces your overall exposure. I'm not sure about the bankroll. I'm not sure about being able to keep track of my session high. So I definitely have some questions on that. But in general, it's good. All right, let me start over. 1, 2, 3, 4. 75. I don't remember even how much I had out here for this one. All right, so let's just make sure that I counted. Well, I got all that money out there too, so let's just take all that down. All right, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 75. So there's 100. And I need to put at least 10 back over there. Oh, shit, I got more. But wait, there's more. If you order in the next 15 minutes. All right, so we got 5 there. And we'll get another. And then, oh, we got more dollars there. Oh, no, that's what I took out to count. Don't get them mixed up, Scott. Your money and the bank money. 2 different things. All right, so there's 5. And there's 25. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And we got 4 over there was 9, so I need 100 over here. All right. So $118, right? Yep, that's what I said. Good. So you still ladder. Is it considered a ladder? It is kind of a ladder, except we never go back down, right? So we're laddering up by 1 unit. Yep. And then we don't regress until we hit a new session high. Right. So exactly right. So we're going to ladder up by 1 unit. Boom, boom, boom. However many times we have to, and no matter how many times we get hit with the 7s, right? And then we hold it there, 1 hit and stop, 1 hit and off. Right? Next shooter or after the next 7, 1 hit and off. 1 hit and off, right? So we just keep doing that until we either get a 7 and get wiped out and then we start up again, laddering up again, or until we've come back to our session high, whatever our session high was. Now, that's what I'm thinking. What do you think about that? Hey, IPTV Club, how you doing? He didn't stay up for 2 rolls. He said that if you didn't hit his inside number in 2 rolls, he would turn it off. Yeah, right, I watched it. He still did the 1 hit and off on for 2 shooters. Yeah, and I'm just saying, rather than do it by number of shooters, I'm going to leave it up. I would leave it up until I reach my session high. And I'm not going to ladder back down, right? I'm just going to keep going up and then hold that level until I get my session high. So that's where it's different. And then go all the way back to base. That's what I'm doing. That's what I'm thinking about trying. I haven't got there yet. So, all right, so we're reset back to 1500. Let's try it again. All right, let me get off this 10. I got a 5. Yeah, and I don't prescribe to the 2 roll thing. I think we should just be 1 hit, wherever the hit is, because he was saying 1 or 2 rolls. Stay up for 1 or 2 rolls on your recovery. 549. And I'm saying no, I'm not going to limit it to 1 or 2 rolls. I'm still going to go for 1 hit. 4. However many rolls that is. So I'm going to take a chance on the 7. 9. 549. 437. All right, so we are off this shooter and we are coming out. Here we go. Try it again. 6, 516. All right, so point is 6. Again, we're going to go out for $96, $25, 5 and 9, $24, 6 and 8. All right, here we go. And we're looking for one hit. And we got a 5, we got one hit. All right, so we are going to ask the dealers to turn us off all of our bets. And we're going to collect 30 bucks. Okay, here we go. No, that's fine. The game has so many superstitions. Yeah, I don't, it's got to have the math behind it. I'm not into the superstition stuff. Yeah, I mean, and you know, I'm not saying Whalen's wrong. He's making those statements based on his experience. I just don't subscribe to that whole, you know, when you see a box, you see a 12, you're going to see a 7 after that, you know, and there's so much of that. I mean, even that eat, sleep, gamble, repeat thing. You know, he says that all the time, and it just, to me, it's cringeworthy. All right, we got a 4. You know, and you're seeing them because of the probability you're going to see them based on the 36 combinations of the dice. That's the only reason you're seeing them. But, you know, they have experience, so, you know, I'm not saying they're wrong. They are making that statement based on their experience. And they have that experience. So I'm just saying I don't subscribe to it. That's all I'm saying. 6, 2, 8. But I do like his idea of just doing the inside, right? So now we got $98 inside. That's basically what we're playing. 3, 1, 4. And then I'm adding in. So I'm adding in Whalen stuff, you know, the one hit, and I'm adding in the stuff you see on roulette a lot, 549, which is holding it until you're back to session profit. So I'm not going to ladder back down. I'm only laddering one way, 617. I'm going up and then holding it for one hit each time, each 7 sequence, whether it be a new shooter or same shooter coming out, each 7 sequence, one hit until I'm back to session profit. Pretty straightforward, really, I think. I don't think it's anticipation of the next roll to be 7. Having a horn number wasted roll adds to the anxiety. Yeah, maybe. No, it's 30 bucks for 25 on the 5. All right, because it's 6 to 5, pay 6 to 5. All right, so we got a 7, so we're out. So we are coming out for a new shooter. And the new shooter is on the 5. Fever. All right, yeah, if I had 30 out there, I'd pay 35. All right, so we're going to ask the dealers to turn us back on. Looking for one hit. So we're up 30 bucks, I think. And we got a 9, so now we're up 60 bucks. And we'll ask the dealers to turn us off. Another 30 bucks. All right. Looking for that 7. Oh, thank heaven. Looking for a 7. So anyway, I didn't want to call it Whalen's Dixieland because it's kind of not, but it's taking elements of, you know, what Whalen teaches and what I've seen, you know, with those roulette strategies. All right, so there's a 617 out. So we got a new shooter coming out, and we got a 5 Fever. All right, we'll ask the dealers to turn us back on. So we're up 60 bucks right now. Got to keep track of that. One hit. 7. All right, so here we go. First recovery. All right, so we're going to lose $98. So that's going to be 100 for 2. And we're going to press up by 1 unit. So I'm going to go 50, 50, and 48. So we need that, and those come down. All right. So we lost $98 now, so we're down 30 bucks. All right, and that shooter is off, and we got a new shooter coming out. And we got a 9, Neener. All right, so we're on the 9. And we're looking for one hit. And we got a 4, so we missed that one. And we got a yo, missed that one. And we got a 2, missed that one. And we got a 9, so we hit that one. All right. So again, we got 18 ways to win, right? 4 and 4, 5 and 5, 18 ways to win, 6 ways to lose. We got the 9, so we're off the point. We're going to ask the dealers to turn us off, so we're not going to regress now, right? So what are we going to get for our 50 bucks? We're going to get 60 bucks for that. All right, so 60 bucks. So we're still down 38 bucks. And we'll leave that up, and we're coming out. Same shooter, so we're looking for a 7, 415, so we're not going to do anything with that. It's going to wait for that 7 cycle. 10, 6, 4, 10. And I like that. I like that we're reducing our exposure, we're reducing our risk. 3, 1, 4. 5, 3, 8. 4, 4, 8, square pair. 3, 1, 4. 3, 1, 4. 2. 'Boxcars. 4. Oh my goodness. There it is. 7 out. Finally. Wow. All right, so we're off the 7. We got a new shooter coming out. And we got a 9 neater. All right, so we're going to ask the dealers to turn us back on. And we're going to look for one hit. Got a 6. That is a hit. All right, so 48 is going to pay us 56. 56. All right, and so we had 60 plus 56 is 116. So we're back into session profit. So we'll ask the dealer to turn us off. And now we will wait for the 7 cycle to complete, and we will regress back to base. And we got a 6. And we got a 10. And we got a 8. And we got an 8. I might need to bring a pad of paper with me when I do this one just to make sure I keep track of this stuff, but shouldn't be that hard, and that's where the practice helps. 6, 5, 11. Just helps me get the muscle memory on what I need to remember, what I need to think about. Acey-deucey. 9, point hit. And we got to come out 7. All right, so see if we can get a point. And we did. 6 is the point. All right, so we'll ask the dealer to reduce our bets to 98 inside and turn us back on. 98 inside. And we're on the 6. And here we go. Looking for one hit. And we got a 7, so we didn't get it. All right, so we're off of that. So that's going to be another $100 for 2. And we are coming out. And we got a 9 meter. All right, so we're on the 9, and we're going to push our bets back up to, what is that, 192 inside. All right, looking for one hit. And we got a 3. And we got a 7 out. All right, so this is a better recovery example here. All right, so 192 inside, right? So we got 48, 48 is 96 plus 100. Oh, 196. Okay, so I need to pay 196. So there's 200 for 4. Okay, and we're coming out. So this is where it gets a little bit more challenging for me. So we got a 9, so we're on the 9. All right, so I got 200 plus 100. So I got to get back $300 before I'm back to session profit, basically. Okay, so we're on the 9. We're going to press up one more unit. All right, so that's going to be 50, 60, 72, I believe. All right, so we got 75 and 72. And 72 is going to pay 84. And 75 is going to pay what? Pays that pays 7 to 5, right? All right, so 75 is going to pay 105. All right, so I need to get about 300 bucks to be even again. All right, here we go. Looking for one hit. 9. We got the one hit on that one, and we are off. So 75 is going to pay 105 on the 9. And we're going to ask the dealers to go ahead and turn us off on our bets, looking for that 7 cycle to complete. We got a 6. We got a 4. We got a 6, so we're off the 6. Now we're looking for a come out 7, which we got. All right. Now let's get a point. Point is 6. All right, so we'll ask the dealers to turn us back on. Looking for one hit. 9, we got one hit. 105. Ask the dealers to turn us off. Looking for that 7 to complete this 7 cycle. We got a 4. We got a 7 out. New shooter. All right, coming out. And we got a 9. 5, 4, 9. All right, ask the dealer to turn us back on. Here we go, looking for one hit. And we got an 8. That is a one hit. So what do we get for our 8? Tell them what we get for our 8. All right, so what do we got up there? We got 90, 75, 85, 95, 90. Oh, it's supposed to be 92. 50, 60, 70. No, 72. Got it. 72. 72 pays 84. All right, so 75, 84. All right, so we got 84 plus 210. So that is 294. So that's pretty close to what we lost. So I would say we are back to even, back to our session high, right? Because we lost 98 plus 196. So what is that? That is 294. Perfect. All right. Exactly back to session high. So here we go. All right. What do you guys think about that? Thank you, BAM. So now we're back to session high though, right? We're right back to where we were. right? Yep, there we go. Okay, looking for that 7 to finish up this session, or not the session, but the shooter cycle, and we got it. So they are off the 9, and we are coming out, and we got a new point of 9 again. All right, so we're going to ask the dealers to regress us back to 98 inside. 98 inside, and turn us back on. There we go. All right, and we're back on. So what were we up, 60 bucks? I don't remember now. I think we were up 60 bucks before that 7 debacle. And we got a 2 craps. I'll do a chip check after we win the next one. 8, 6, 2, 8. All right, so 24 is going to pay us 28. Ask the dealer to turn us off. Going to get 30 for 2. All right, and I'm going to ask him to just go ahead and take me down so I can count this stuff up easier. Let that shooter finish out their roll. All right, let's see what we got here. We got 100, and there's 50. 1, 2, 3, 4, 75. All right, so I need another 100 back there. Didn't I take 100 down? Maybe I paid myself back again 100. All right, so we got 20 and 5. All right, so we got 475. That's 5. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 plus 15 plus a 500 there. So, all right, so we again finished up $106. So that would be the end of our session. So I don't know. I like it. It's kind of got elements of, you know, what Wayland's teaching and what we see on different roulette strategies. And when that was level 3, right? I think the max we can go is level 5 with $1,500. If we get whacked on level 5, we're done. Just the 2 this morning. I mean, I got 12 of the Dixieland, but again, Wayland rolled out that recovery one, and I liked what he was. I like his thought on the 5, using the 5 and 9 for recovery. But then I'm like, well, if we're going to use it for recovery, why not just use it and just play the inside bets, right? Yeah, we make more on the 4 and 10, but the likelihood of hitting a 4 and 10 is reduced, is less, right? So if we're going to do that, let's just use the 5 and 9. Just call it what it is, you know, an inside bet, and then we just adjust our betting strategy. I think the one hit is good, a very good way of reducing your risk, your exposure, right? Your risk exposure, and then pressing, just laddering up and holding that to a session high. I think that's a good idea. I like that idea. And then regressing all the way back to base. So yes, you have more exposure out there because you're not laddering back down, but you get back there quicker. I don't know. Okay, IPTV should pay 35 and 70, not 30 and 60. What's 6 times 5? 7 times 5. Oh, it's not 6 times 5. It's 7 times 5. Yeah, you're right. Hey, Wayland, good morning. Yeah, you're right, IPTV, right? Because it pays 7. I was thinking it pays 6 to 5. Not, it pays 7 to 5. Okay, you don't need to scream. I got you. I hear you. I hear you. So it would have been a little bit different. Okay, Wayland, so I'm taking what you did on your recovery video that you put out for the Dixieland, and I'm morphing what I'm doing to just go inside. I'm just going to play the inside numbers, and I'm going to do the one hit and off. But I'm going to ladder up on a loss, but I'm not going to ladder back down. I'm going to ladder up on a loss, and I'm going to go one hit same way, and I'm just going to hold that level until I get back into session profit. That's the way I'm playing it right now. That's what we've been doing for these last 2 sessions. And IPTV has just schooled me that I was using 6 to 5 on the payouts for the 5 and 9 instead of 7 to 5. So he's correct. Should have been 35, not 30. All right. So let's try it again. Let me get off the 9 properly with a 7 so we can start the next 7 cycle properly. 415. 617. All right, so that's a new 7 cycle. So let's reset. I think I did, right? 1, 2, 3, 475. 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, so that was 25. Oh, did we? Yeah, we said we were up 106 or whatever. All right. Maybe it was more than that because I had an extra nickel in there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right, so that's 25. So that's 5, 9, and 1,000, 1,500. All right. Okay, everything's good in my rack. Here we go. Coming out. 9, Neener. All right, so we're on the 9. Again, we're going to do $25, 5 and 9. Pays 35. Thank you, IPTV Club. All right, 20. Hey, IPTV Club, is there an add-on that has good locals on it, live locals? I use Real Debrid, so I use Real Debrid, but I cannot find an add-on that has good live local television stations on it. All right, so 24 and 24. All right, 24 and 24. Okay, here we go, looking for one hit. And we got an 8, so we got our one hit. And we asked the dealers to turn us off. 24 is going to pay 28, or 30 for 2. And we're going to roll out this 7 cycle, and there we go, 7 out. Dodge the bullet on that one. All right, new shooter coming out. Point is 4. On the 4, ask the dealer to turn us back on. Here we go. Looking for one hit. Clicky clack 3. 8, 6, 2, 8. All right. All right, all right, all right. Ask the dealers to turn us off. 28 is going to pay us, 24 is going to pay us 28. 30 for 2. So we're up 60 bucks again. Just like that. Not 60 bucks, 50, what did I say, 28, 56 bucks, sorry. All right, finish out this cycle. 6. 6. Cord Cutters Club, yeah. Oh, I love the real Debrid with the Fen add-on. That thing's great, man. It's like my best friend. Other than watching YouTube, my YouTube videos, or I was watching Wayland on the big screen this morning. 85 inches of Wayland. AC Doocy. I love that. I got the new 85-inch Samsung QLED, and then I got the Samsung Soundbar 8, and I was watching one of those animation ones this morning, the relaxing jazz on the beach with a cat on the cushions looking at and they have a beautiful bar. I'm like, it's amazing to me how just having that up on my screen is so relaxing. It's like I'm sitting on a beautiful patio on the Pacific Ocean. They got beautiful animations of not even animations. I think it's the video of the waves, just the animation of the cat, and then the rest of it's just rendered. But it was funny because I went online and I'm like, okay, can I get a wallflower from Bed Bath and Body Works or whatever the hell it is, where my wife shops, that has a sea smell, right? The ocean waves crashing smell with some sand smell or coconut. It's just like, if I had one of those plugged in there, I'd never leave the room. 6. That's a 6. Anyway, I digress. But yes, definitely cord cutter. 415. My wife had to have her Hallmark channel, so we got Philo for that. And otherwise, we use the antenna. 649. But the antenna, since it's a rental house, I can't put an outside antenna on. So I'm using an outside antenna above my television, and it's a crappy one. So that is marginal. And when I watch football, I usually watch it on The Crew. I think that's the add-on I use for that one. 6410. And that's usually got pretty good feeds on it for different sporting events. 516. Holy shit, where the hell's my 7? I'm trying to finish a damn 7 cycle here. Boxcars. But I have yet to find one that has a good, reliable feeds for local channels like Orlando, our locals. 6511. 4. All right, so we're off the point. Still looking for a 7. Got an 8 on the 8. And we got a 5 fever. And we got a 6. And we got a 10. Bada bing, bada boom. And we got a yo. And we got an 8. So we're off the 8. And we got a 4, so we're back on the 4. Man, oh man. And we got a 7. All right, finally. Ooh, my goodness. All right. BAM says, I saw an ad for a giant screen that projects that looks like it windows on the wall, and you pick where in the world you'd like to pretend that you're to be living in. Yeah. Yeah, I was watching. I pulled up a, hey Mike, good afternoon, good morning. Oh yeah, super tight. What's the rationale for 24 on the 6 and 8 versus 30? Just bankroll size, trying to give me more ability to go up when I have to ladder. So, according to Whalen, that that $30 level should be again $3,000 to $5,000. So I'm trying to do this with $1,500. Yeah, I'm definitely super tight. Yeah, I was thinking about, yeah, that's the rationale. I hate watching TV these days. Every commercial, two guys, some other bullshit. Yeah, regular TV, I can't stand it either. I love my whatever you want to call it, commercial-free watching for sure. All right, here we go. And we got a 7. So again, the reason for 24 is because I'm trying to see if I can get this to work with a lower bankroll, because I don't have Whalen's bankroll. And again, Whalen's calling this style of play a bankroll builder, so I'm hoping I can continually build it up to some level where I can play it at higher. But at $1,500, you're going to need $2,500, $3,000 to play even at the $30 level. Even this, so the $1,500 level will only give me 5 levels before I've wiped it out, right? So on the ladder, I can only go 5 levels. That's not a lot, right? We've seen 5 levels. We've seen 5 whacks. That's not that uncommon. So, I'm just trying to be more conscientious of turning stuff off. I think the one hit is definitely better. Same amount of risk, as far as the 7 on any roll, but it's like playing chicken. I almost think it's like playing chicken with the 7, really, is what it comes down to. All right, so we're going to ask the dealers to turn us back on. What do we got? 2 hits now for $56. And we got a 10. So that's a nothing burger. And we got a 5. So that's going to be a $35 winner. Thank you. $35 winner. All right, so we got, what did I say, 56 plus 35, so that's 86.61. No, 56 plus 35, that's 86.91. Okay, and we ask the dealers to turn us off. And we got a 5. But yeah, I just wish there was a better source for my locals on the Android box. 617. All right, we got a new shooter coming out. 617. Still not coming out. Yeah, and honestly, IPTV, I should really be playing at, like a $12 level. Or maybe $15 level. But that would be it. I don't think probably a $10 table, $12, 6 and 8. All right, 325. 5 is the point. Ask the dealers to turn us back on. I'm just seeing if I can do it at this $24 level. 3 craps. Looking for 1 hit. 1 hit wonders, and we got a 6, so we are done with this session. All right, 28 is going to pay us, 24 is going to pay us 28, 30 for 2, and go ahead and ask the dealers to take us down, because we are heading to the nearest coffee shop for a Danish and a coffee. All right, so we'll leave that there for the moment. See where we finished up this one. All right, so there's 100. What have I got going on over here? All right, so I need some more singles there. All right, so there's my 20. And there's my 25. And we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 75. All right, so we got $119 on that one. All right, what's Waylon saying? The caps on the 6 and 8 are a ripoff. Casinos stay in business just off the 6 and 8 caps. They get pissed if you don't put it out there in nice even numbers, though. I don't want to piss them off. BAM says here in California, it's live coverage of some type of protest all day, every day. Yeah, that gets old, man. It does. Overly woke culture. Yeah, well, whatever. Whatever the fuck woke means. All right. So let's try it again. $1, 2, 3, $475, $500, $900, $1,000, $1,500. All right, let's get off of this one. And we got a Yo 11. Looking for that 7 cycle to finish. 8. Seven out. There we go. New shooter. All right. Let's see if we can do it again. Do it again. Another easy peasy. Well, yeah, that was easy peasy. Did we go to level 1 or 2 on that one? I don't even remember. I mean, when you get down to level 3 or 4, that's when it's going to get a little dicey. It's easy when it works, right? It's when it doesn't work where it gets, that's, like I said, that's where the rubber meets the road on all these strategies. 516. All right, so we're on a 6. Again, we're going to do $25, 5 and 9. $24, 6 and 8. Because unlike Waylon, who doesn't care about pissing off the dealers, I want to make it easy. It's so funny, you're sitting there standing and somebody will put out an odd-sized bet, and they just keep saying it. You need to add $1 to that. You need to add you need to add $1 to that. It's like, they're like, why? No, I don't. All right, here we go. Looking for one hit. And, yep, 24. Okay. And we got a 9, Neener. All right, so 25 is going to pay 35. And we'll ask the dealers to turn us off. So we are off. And looking for that 7 to complete the cycle. And we got 5. And we got a 6, so that's a point. And that's an 8. That's a new point. No 7, so the cycle is not complete yet. Got to see that 7. 5, 1, 6. 4, 1, 5. 3, AC Doocy. 7 out. There we go. New shooter. New shooter coming out. Pick your dice. Here we go. Somebody complained that I didn't change the dice after each shooter. Maybe I'll go back to the red dice. How's that? Let's go back to the red dice. I got a whole crap load of used casino dice, but those aren't balanced. Balanced special. I just watched Days of Thunder the other day, testing out my sound bar. To go, all right, what movies do I like with the sound, with their sound, so I can test out my sound bar. All right, so let's make sure these are, that's 2, no, that is 592. 592. Make sure these are balanced special. 592. 592 and 5. Oh, yep, 592. All right. 4 new tires, balanced special. There we go. All right, coming out, new shooter. 426. Point is 6. All right, dealer, turn us back on. So we're up 35, looking for one hit. We got a 5. I think that's a hit. We got a hit on our hands. Another 35 bucks. All right, dealer, turn us off. Thank you. Looking for Big Red. AC Doocy. And we got a 5. And then we got an 8. Hey, Waylon, do you have any Waylon's Way Craps dice yet? 11. 5 Fever. I ordered me some, so I try to only put dice in here that have meaning to me, because otherwise what's the point? But I ordered some the other day from eBay from Isle of Capri in Biloxi, because one time I was on a business trip to Panama City, Florida, 516 point hit, and I scooted up to Biloxi and I played at the Isle of Capri, which is it was a pretty nice casino. I think I got wiped out in one of the storms, and I don't think they ever rebuilt it or they renamed it or something. But anyway, I ordered a pair of those. I still got 2, 4, 6, 8 spots. And I got some dupes in there that I can replace. So I still got some room. But I guess I got a lot of memories to make anyway. So once I move to Vegas, it'll probably fill up pretty quick. 516. Back on the 6. 8. Square pair. Waylon says, no, Scott, all my dice are rigged. 4s and 10s. I love it. That's like me saying, oh, I shouldn't have pulled out those loaded dice for the 7s. 5, 4, 9, that's funny. All right. 11, yo. 6, point hit again. Trying to finish this 7 cycle. Man, sometimes it's just so difficult. There we go, come out 7. We finished that 7 cycle, so we are coming out for a new point. And we got a 6, 4, 2, 6. All right, dealer, turn us back on. Thank you. And we got a yo 11. And we got a 9, Neener. That's a winner, and that will close out this session. So that's going to pay us 35. So that was 3 35s, right? So that's $105. $105. That's all we're looking for. 100 bucks. 100 bucks. 100 bucks. 100 bucks. Dealer, turn us off. Thank you. And we got a 4. And we got a clicky-clack 10. And we got an 8. And we got a 7 out. All right, new shooter, new session. All right, dealer, take me down, please. Thank you. All right, let's see what we got. 1, 2, 3, 4, 75. There is 20 and 5. And there is 75, 100. And there's our 105. Winner, winner, chicken dinner. Too early for the bar, so we'll just head to the coffee shop. Scots are only 7s. Yeah, you know, I keep screwing up when I put out those rigged dice by accident. The Palace in Biloxi have the best dice. Yeah, that's true. Roll to win. The electronic table games, but I only, you know, I don't have anything against the roll to win, but I would rather have real dice rolling just because it gives me a little bit better comfort level. I trust their RNG, their random number generator, but I just something about the real dice, even if it's bubble craps. I prefer bubble craps over the roll to win without the dice, because that's what they had. They originally got it on Victory Casino Cruise they had a dealer with the dice, and then they got rid of the dealer and just turned it into fully automatic. And I don't really care for that as much. So I would definitely play bubble craps, but you know, stay away from the roll to win without the dealers. Yeah, right. Chicken. I was thinking about chicken coop or chicken. You know, it's like because you're playing chicken with the 7, and you know you're out there for one roll. It's just like one roll and off, one roll and off. It's like it definitely feels like you're playing chicken with the 7. And I was thinking like chicken run, one hit chicken run, one hit chicken coop. You know, it's like adding chicken in there somewhere. But again, I watched the that thing you do. I put that up again to test my sound bar. And that was, they named the band the Oneaters. So that's why I threw that up there today. And I just wanted to make it different than yours because I am doing it differently. I'm using what you teach. So I'm using elements of that, but then I'm also using elements of what I've seen in several roulette strategies. Whereas I'm going to ladder up and I'm not going to ladder back down until I get to my session high. And then I'll go all the way back down to base. So that's the way I'm doing this one. I don't know whether it's going to work any better or worse. I think the one hit, you know, and off is the safest approach. Like you said, I mean, you're just really reducing your risk exposure to the 7. But you are just playing chicken with it. That's all it is. And at the end of the day. But I'm only looking for $100. If I can have a little fun playing chicken with the 7 and walk away with $100 more times than not, Scott's a happy camper. All right. Frogger 100. You can cross the road. I like that. That's pretty funny. Yeah, not a lot of moving cars. There's only that one number we got to watch out for. Well, no, don't say that. Roll to win they can do it either way, Waylon, because like I said, they have the option to turn it to fully automated. So the roll to win, it's still a roll to win table on Victory, and I've seen them other places also. They basically the monitor's still there where the dealer would stand, and they just stopped using the dealer and turned it to fully automatic. So when they do that, whoever is the dealer, whoever is the shooter, you can turn it off. You can turn off on the thing that you want to be a shooter or not. But if you're the shooter, when it gets to you, a little thing, cycles up, makes like a little nucleus electron floating around, and you hit the screen. Otherwise, after a certain amount of time, it just fires a dice, and it's all digital underneath the glass, right? Shows the dice going out, hitting the far wall, and then whatever it is. So roll to win can be either physical dice or fully digital. And the only advantage on Victory was when it first started with the real dealer, they were charging minimum of $5. When they switched it to all digital, they went down to $1. So you could bet much less, but you had to be willing to accept their random number generator. Did you hear what I said, Waylon? You can do it. The casino can set it up either way. I understand what a roll to win table is. I'm telling you, they can set it up so you throw the dice, or they can set it up to where there's no dice and it just uses a random number generator. That's the fact. And that's a fact, Jack. Wow, I got some serious lag on my tablet here. I'm still throwing my arms around. All right. What do you think, BAM? You want to try one more? 1, 2, 3, 4, 75. And there's 25. So that's 5. 4 is 9. 1 is 10 plus the 500. Rack 'em. Thank you, sir. Here we go. Coming out. New shooter. 7. Come out 7. Love those 7 cycles. All right. 3, 1, 4. Point is 4. All right. $25. 5 and 9. $24. 6 and 8. Let's get it. I would love to see us go down to like a level 3, but I'm not gonna force it. I want it to come naturally. $24, 6 and 8. All right, here we go. Looking for one hit. One hit, shooter. 9. There we go. 6, 3, 9. $35 winner. Turn me off, dealer. Yeah, okay. Here we go. Looking for the end of this 7. End of this cycle with a 7. We got an 8 square pair. Off, not on. And we got a 5 fever. We are in perpetual bankroll building mode. 6, 4, 10. 6, 4, 10. 6, 1, 7. 7 out. New shooter coming out. New point is 5. Fever. No field. All right, dealer, turn us back on. Thank you. One hit. 10. Down on the end. That's a swing and a miss. 9. All right. Turn us off, dealer. $35. All right, so we're up $70 right there. Here we go. Let's get out of this with a 7, one way or the other. 3, 1, 4. 2, 3, 5. So that's a point hit. No 7, so we're staying off. And we got an 8. New point is 8. And we got a 5. Fever. 41. And we got a 4. And we got a 7 out. There we go, new shooter. Excuse me. All right, coming out. And we got an 8. Point is 8. Turn this back on, dealer. Thank you. One hit. One hit wonder. 4. Swing and a miss. Hard 4. What the hell was the point? 8? I don't think I moved the puck. All right. And we got a 4 again. Looking for one hit. 6. That would be a hit. And I think that's a session. All right. So we're going to get paid 28 for our 24. And that's going to be 30 for 2. So we got 70. No, I guess we're not quite there yet. 70, 80, $98. So closer than we've ever been to our $100. We're going to degen it and go one more shooter. And we got a 3. Turn us off, please. And they did. And we got a 2. I think if I was actually in the casino, I'd just walk with my 98. But 8. One more, right? That's the freaking kiss of death for me, I know. 9. Just one more shooter. One more. Just one more. That one more, man. I'll tell you what. That's bit me in the ass more times than I care to remember. 4. 9. Point hit again. Relentless. Relentless. 7. There we go. Come out 7. The cycle has completed, and we got a new cycle. Same shooter coming out. And we got a 6. 516. Point is 6. Dealers, turn us on, please. Thank you. And we got a 6. So that's off the point. But we're going to get $28 for that one. For 2. 30 for 2. All right, so what I say we were at 98 plus 28. So what is that? 106, 126. Nice. Nice, nice, nice. All right. Hey, good morning, Anthony. How you doing? Doubled your bankroll. Good for you, Mike. Thanks to Waylon. Yeah, Waylon is the master, man. I'll tell you. He's got some great strategies. 1, 2, 3, 4. 75. All right. Oh, I'm going to put all the rest of it back, don't I? Take me down, dealer. I'm like, where'd the rest of it go? Still out on the table, dumbass. All right, so I got my 475 there. I got 100 there, and looks like I'm going to be short on some dollars. 5. All right, so there's 20 and 5. All right, so we got 475, 5, 9, 1,000, 1,500, 126 bucks. Just like that. Easy peasy. So I don't know how much we're up for this session, but I went to the casino last night, $500 and out the door. Good for you, Anthony. What were you playing, the DC Pony? Yeah, mix in some pony rides. Yeah, I want to play. I was watching Waylon roll out the Arnold at the lower level. Definitely looks good. I think that the dark side play definitely lends itself to my bias, but I'm liking this. I'm liking just playing the inside. 18 ways to win versus 6 ways to lose, limiting my exposure to that one hit. I just don't know how many times I'm going to get whacked, by five hits, because that's all I can handle with $1,500 is 5 levels. Oh yeah, it's always a good feeling leaving the casino with their money. Oh, playing your strategy, which you're not sharing because it's proprietary, and you haven't made a video of it yet. Okay, I got you. You didn't lose 100, you just gave it back. Can't keep it all. That's a rule, isn't it? All right. That's long enough to be playing craps this morning. That's an hour and 16 minutes of your time. Wow, or at least my time. All right, kiddies. Have a good rest of your day. I'm going to go put my new television and sound system on and find a movie and settle down. Watch some television. I'll try to come back around 4. I don't think I'll come back before that, but we'll see. Yeah, good job, Anthony. All right, thank you guys for stopping by. This is Scott from Paradise Craps. See you back at the table next time. Ciao for now.